Good morning, YouTube. My name is JB Hertzler from Hertzler Capital World Broadcast Channel Report and Sun Worshipper Sunscreen. All natural sunscreen, safe enough to eat. Well, let's get into the news. I heard some great things, or some interesting things this weekend, and just wanted to kind of quickly go over it. A lot of things happening with the crypto world, cryptocurrencies that are they're experiencing some major pressure from different things that are coming down the road, like dog likes to do his thing. The BIP 124, or the Bitcoin hard fork, and also the Segwit, and how that will affect Bitcoin. And it's affecting it today. It's down around 2,400, and Ethereum is $224 on CoinMarketCap, which is a great buy, you know, because it's already hit up to $420. Dash was up to, I believe, 205, 210 earlier this weekend, and it's right around 189. And you know, so they're feeling the pressure from that, and again, Cliff I said that there's going to be crocodile teeth all the way up. So we can anticipate, you know, if you play the market, that when it goes down, you buy more, and then you have more at a less total invested cost. Some things that I heard this weekend, this India stack, which we saw Modi in India pull out the 500,000 note rupees from the system, and I mean, that might have been 8 months, 10 months ago, and so because of that process, they were able to get 200,000 plus Indians, people from India, to get bank accounts that hadn't had bank accounts before. And they also have 95%, according to this India Stack and Business Market News, said 95% of the population was already retinal scanned or fingerprint scanned. So then they are going to be possibly the first people or first country to be complete digital currency, which is interesting. Or no cashless. It's a cashless society. And you know, they're also, you know, on a more global scale, there's this universal basic income, which, because of the robot things that are happening with you know, everybody in the United States, you know, we're here in Southern California, and you know, there's people that are demanding all across the country higher minimum wages, and what that does is it puts more profit pressure on these businesses to be able to keep the lights on and stay in business. I mean, retail is going through a hell of an adjustment right now, and you can see it all over. I can definitely feel it in the sunscreen orders. The organic sunscreen, it's huge, but it's you can see that the orders from our website, sunworshippersunscreen.com, and from our Amazon purchases have slowed, and you definitely feel that in the pocket. But anyway, the universal basic income, and people are demanding higher minimum wage. Well, what that has done is forced companies like Wendy's and McDonald's to buy automated teller machines. So basically, they'll take your order, and eventually they're going to be spitting out your burger and fries and shake, and then you go through a conveyor belt type of thing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the videos of how Amazon has completely automated their factories, and you can see the videos from 5-7 years ago to a year or two ago, and the change is dramatic. I mean, you used to see people in there, now you don't see people at all. So it's changing. The big thing that happened, I believe, last Friday was a silver and gold flash crash. You know, I'm a big silver and gold bug, have been for several years. I started out in the mortgage industry, and I saw that these interest rates and the house prices increasing exponentially wasn't sustainable. So I kept looking for other markets that I could get into that were sustainable. And really, this whole journey into figuring out how currencies, economies, and all those things really stems from G. Edward Griffith. Thank you, sir. You wrote a book, Creature from Jekyll Island, and I read it in the 90s, and it really shone light on the Federal Reserve and that whole banking system. If you haven't read it or you haven't seen any of his talks, it's really worth checking into. Let's see, so now in Berlin, they are having Chechen Sharia police in Berlin. And so basically a Chechen police force that's not from the German government, that's basically policing and enforcing Sharia law in Berlin. Interesting, interesting. And then as far as the Russian hacking, I always love these articles. So research shows that Guccifer 2.0, the files were copied locally at the DNC, not hacked by the Russians. I want to give some shout outs to some amazing YouTubers that have amazing information, insight, and guests on. X22 Report and The Spotlight, amazing. Dave, thank you. Greg Hunter, you're awesome. You have some amazing interviews. You know, Paul Craig Roberts. Gerald Salente, you are amazing. You're so cool, and I love it because you're really passionate about it. This stuff is very serious, and we really need to get a handle on this stuff for the rest of the proles. Road to Ruta, Bixweir, you're awesome. Thank you. Love the insight. Love the way that you're really digging into the different cryptosphere and still passionate about silver. JSnip4, Joe, you're great. Love the videos. Would like to find out how I could fine-tune my videos and make a nice realist news background and stuff like that, but you're at a whole nother level, buddy. Crypto Nick, your insight and the mining tips on Genesis mining and hash rates and everything, amazing. Thank you very much. Very insightful. Ron Paul, Liberty Report, amazing. Alex Jones, always great information and very entertaining. And Mike Maloney, he has a great series on the history of money and how that's whole thing has evolved from the beginning of time. It's interesting because this kind of power has been around longer than the Rothschilds, but for some reason the Rothschilds are singled out. This stuff goes way back, way back. Then there's this company, Concensys, that seems to be doing a lot of work with different countries with using the Ethereum blockchain. So they're working with Mauritius, which is like about 700 miles off of Madagascar. They're trying to create an Ethereum island, creating a hub for blockchain technologies, because I guess they already have like a financial hub there, and they want to have something more with these cryptos there. And then also Concensys, Zug, it's a city in Switzerland, and they announced in September it will offer a digital ID services through a new app connecting people, a person's ID with a particular crypto address. And the first time I read that, I was taken aback, because I'm thinking, okay, you know, if we're going to link our IDs with our crypto address, it's really not anonymous. And if you guys have bought coins and things on Coinbase or Poloniex or any of those exchanges, you can see that you pretty much have to send in your driver's license, passport, some kind of local utility bill. So, I mean, it is anonymous once it gets into your wallet, and then you can do it. But I mean, it's still, you know, when we're doing it that way here in the States, it's still pretty monitored, or at least are not as anonymous as we would think. I thought Yogi was going to knock over the camera. Okay, and along that same line, I just saw that, and Bix Weir from Road to Ruta has been talking about Veritasium, and I bought one. Thank you, Bix. They're working with the Jamaican stock market to make it a more honest stock market, and that's going to be huge for Veritasium. And that one I believe you can get at GitHub. I can put a link in the below. Another thing that I just saw, that the IRS is looking closer at Coinbase. As of July 6th, the IRS is trying to obtain records on those who have transacted the equivalent of 20,000 or more. So, you know, they definitely want to see what we're doing, you know, what we're getting into. So that's our news today. You know, maybe if anything else happens, I'll do an update. But always great to have you here. Thank you. If you like the video, please hit like. If it's not that great, put thumbs down. Subscribe. Appreciate any comments or feedback. Thank you. Be prepared. Stock up on food, water, supplies. It's guns, gold, and a getaway plan. Love and light. Blessings to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.